Assembly of base machine. Before performing work, read the operation and maintenance manual for operation details. Also, perform this operation on flat hard ground. Swing and travel stability. The stability while swinging and traveling of the machine is to be varied depending on the weight of counterweight, condition of the attachment, extension or retraction of the crawler and traveling on the slope. The operation must be started after confirm the machine stability while swinging and traveling by referring with this table. The table above shows the values for operation on firm ground. On a weak ground, operate with care after improving the ground. Swinging on a trailer is prohibited. Maximum slope angle is 16.7 degrees. This may become lower depending on condition, ground, crane configuration. Traveling forward means that the counterweight is at the lower side of the slope, and backward is the counterweight is at the higher side of the slope. Handling the remote control switch box. This machine provides the remote control switch box, hereafter called remote switch box, for operate the machine from outside at the assembling disassembling. When a power switch of remote switch box is on position, the engine can't be started with the engine key in the operator's cab. When starting the engine from key switch in the operator's cab, ensure to turn the power switch of remote switch box off position. Only use a remote switch box provided with the machine. If other Model 1 is used, unexpected cylinder may move due to the switch arrangement is different. The connection point of remote switch box is located on car body frame. Item numbers 1 to 4 are shown the location of each vertical cylinder. The gantry and MAST support cylinder can be controlled from upper machinery side. Switches 1, 2, 5 are same functions when connect the switch box with car body. Unloading base machine from trailer. This section explains base machine unloading from trailer with translifter. Do not swing the upper machinery on the trailer to avoid the machine overturning. When the translifter is to be used, set the machine on the level and firm ground. When the translifter is used on inclined or soft ground, a serious accident such as overturning of the machine or damaging the translifter may be caused. When the translifter is to be used, remove the counterweights and car body weights. If the translifter is used with these weights, the machine turnover or damage the translifter may be caused. After checking the ground condition, park the trailer on the level place. Remove the lashing wire rope and or chain from the car body frame. Turn the translifter to working position. Set the vertical cylinder to working position. Install the float to the vertical cylinder and fix with the securing pin. The float weight is approximately 27 kg. Handle the float with 2 people to prevent injuries. Place steel plates under the floats for safety. Set the olive translifter to working position. Ensure that the hydraulic hoses are connected to the vertical cylinders. Hydraulic hose 4 locations, total 8 pieces. Check the coupler does not come apart when pulled. Engage the swing brake and keep the swing lock pin inserted, and set the function lock lever to lock position when operate the translifter. Connect the remote control switch box to the car body after stop the engine from cabin. Start the engine with the remote control switch box and set the engine speed to approximately 800 per minute. Extend the vertical cylinder by operating the remote control switch box until a slight gap can be seen between the bottom of the base machinery and the loading deck of the trailer. During operating the vertical cylinder, keep the base machinery level using bi-level gauge. Ensure to place all 4 floats surely on the ground. Check if there is any abnormality on the ground condition of the float contacting area to prevent overturning of the machine. Lift the base machinery and let the trailer go out under the base machinery. Extend the 4 vertical cylinders evenly so that the upper machinery is kept in the level. Operate the remote switch box to retract the translifter vertical cylinder fully. When the translifter is to be used, set the machine on a level and firm ground. When the translifter is used on inclined or soft ground, a serious accident such as overturning of the machine or damaging the translifter may be caused. Raising gantry and mast. This section explains of raising the gantry and the mast from transportation posture to work posture. Remove the remote switch box from the receptacle on the car body. Confirm that the gantry cylinder is installed on the gantry. Connect the mast cable. Connect the remote switch box to the upper machinery side. Start the engine with the remote switch box and set the engine speed to approximately 800 per minute. To avoid any damages on boom hoist drum and boom hoist wire rope during the gantry raising lowering, ensure to loosen the boom hoist wire rope. Raise the gantry to the work position by operating both right and left gantry control switch simultaneously. Insert the securing pins into the gantry links. Ensure that the mast roller is attached to the crane mast. The mast without roller may fall down suddenly when the mast is lowered forward below horizontal. Raise the mast support arm until it is touched to the mast. Raise the mast with mast support arm until the mast support arm cylinders are fully extended. During this operation, the boom wire rope should be paying out, and the wire rope speed should be synchronized with mast speed. Paying out the boom hoist wire rope to lower the mast toward to front. Do not enter under or inside of the crane mast. The auto-stop function will be activated when mast reaches about 30 degrees, then press the boom jib lowering icon to lower the mast further. Press inching icon on monitor for slow speed lowering. Otherwise the crane mast will be suddenly lowered after the horizontal position. Stop the mast lowering, the height of mast point, by approximately 1.5 meters above the ground and secure the stand with lock bar. Press the seat assassin icon for 1 second if the hook over hoist limit switch is activated. Lowering the mast without use of mast stand, the mast will be lowered suddenly. Set the LMI to the self-removal mode. Press the set icon. Self-removal mode screen is displayed. Installation of the hook block to the mast. Remove the remote switch box from the receptacle on the upper machinery side. Place the hook block near the tip of the mast. Pay out the rear drum wire rope. When handling the wire rope, use leather gloves to prevent injury on the fingers or hands. Take extra care to work on the moving wire rope not to touch the sheave and wire rope to prevent accident of being crushed or being entangled. Reeve the wire rope through the mast sheave and hook sheave as mentioned on drawing. Install the limit switch and limit switch weight as mentioned on drawing. Install the rope socket to the wire rope and connect it to the hook block. Remove the lock from the mast and store the locking bar to the storage position of stand after hook block is installed. Raise the mast until the mast angle is approx. 45 degrees and lift up hook block. Do not return the mast assist arms to storage position until the crane mast is connected to the boom with the guy lines. Mast may fall backwards if it is raised to vertical position when assist arms are at stowed position. Installation of crawler. This section is introduction of crawler frame installation using by MAST self-installation. When the translifter is to be used, remove the counterweights and car body weights. If the translifter is used with these weights, the machine turnover or damage the translifter may be caused. Check if there is any abnormality on the ground condition of the float contacting area to prevent overturning of the machine. To avoid the turnover of the machine, keep the machine horizontally with monitoring a level gauge while translifter is in operation. Ensure all 4 floats should be contacting with the ground evenly. Adjust the clearance between bottom of axle and ground approximately 750 mm. At this time, the car body height should be adjusted horizontal by checking the level gauge. Bring of the trailer with the first crawler as close as possible to the machine. Do not exceed 5.2 meters load radius when lifting the crawler with the crane mast. Otherwise the machine may tip over. Make sure the crawler is turned in the proper direction. Apply grease to the engaging sections on the top of the connecting sections of the crawler frames and the crawler fixing pinholes. Confirm that the crawler fixing pin cylinder are fully retracted position. Turn the lifting link and set with securing pin. Attach the sling with 10-ton shackle. The upper machine can swing 360 degrees with lifting the crawler frame with mast when the crawler frame is not equipped to the base machine yet. Do not swing abruptly to prevent machine overturning. Remove the remote control cable from the switch box before swinging. Lift the crawler to let the trailer escape. Do not enter under the crawler or stand between the crawler and surrounding object. Slowly bring the crawler toward the car body. Align the crawler guide pin with the guide section of the car body. While slowly lowering the crawler frame, align the crawler fixing pinholes on the car body and the crawler frame. Connect the hydraulic hoses for the crawler fixing pin cylinder with a quick coupler. Perform the connection-disconnection of quick coupler when the circuit pressure is lowered after the engine stop. If the pressure has remained, connection-disconnection would be difficult or oil would spray flies. Connect remote control switch box to the receptacle on the car body after stop the engine. Operate the remote control switch box and fully insert the crawler fixing pin. Install the lock pin and spring pin to the crawler fixing pin. Ensure that the lock pin with the spring pin to secure the crawler securing pin to prevent any accident. Remove the remote control switch box from car body after stop the engine. Detach the sling from crawlers and turn back the lifting links to the storage position. Swing the upper machinery to second crawler side and stop the engine. Do not swing abruptly to prevent machine overturning. Connect the remote control switch box to the car body. Install the second crawler in the same way as the first one. Keep the working radius within 5.2 meters and also keep the center to center distance, approximately 90 degrees. Of lifting side translifter cylinders, as well while swinging when one side crawler is installed with lifting the other side of crawler by self-removal cylinder to prevent overturning of the machine. Connect the hydraulic hoses to second crawler from first crawler. After insert the crawler fixing pin, remove the hydraulic hoses from crawler fixing pin cylinder and storage it into car body. After installing them both crawlers, retract the all translifter cylinders. The crawlers come completely in contact with the ground. Remove the floats and store them in the storage position. The float weight is approximately 27 kg. Handle the float with 2 people to prevent injuries. Disconnect the remote control switch box from car body after stop the engine and swing the upper machinery to machine front. Do not swing when connecting or disconnecting hydraulic hose of crawler to avoid accident of being caught. When connect the quick coupler, remove dirt and dust from both coupling parts. The incomplete connection of coupling may result of oil leak and damage on the travel motor, reduction unit, etc. Perform the connection-disconnection of quick coupler when the circuit pressure is lowered after the engine stop. If the pressure has remained, connection-disconnection would be difficult or oil would spray flies. Connection of traveling hoses. In case facing a difficulty of connection of travel motor hoses due to residual pressure remains in the circuit, connect the hose AC to the designated depressure plug.